Teaching 150 to 200 spellings as a complex code is not embracing that, unfortunately. And the result is casualties. The result is placing people in what I call spelling choice hell, where they have hundreds of correspondences, like in this chart here, which I've blurred, but it's, 180 graphemes. Look at that, over 180 graphemes. This is an acceptable chart of English orthography. 180 pieces of code to learn. When all you have is a hammer, when this phoneme chart, right? And phonemes, anyway, it's a chart that children have somehow got to remember 180 symbols, right? If all you have is a hammer, and that's a hammer approach, this is the orthography here. This is English orthography here. It's got letters and sounds, letter combinations, spelling rules or orthographic expectancies, morphology, uncommon spellings, and etymology. If you're only teaching this part and you stop at letter combinations, which is basically this, if all you have is a hammer, then everything looks like a nail. So this is the hammer approach. You need a lot more tools in your toolbox than just these hammers. Sound it out, sound to symbol, learn this grapheme. This sequence is a spelling for the sound blah. Let's do this sound this week. This is all the ways to spell it. If all that you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So let's take the word cupboard. Let's do a practical example. Here's the word cupboard. Now, if in a hammer approach, if all you have is that spelling is speech written down, then a teacher might go, oh, I can't hear the P. So if spelling is speech written down, if it's all complex code, which symbol that I can hear do I attach there? Do I attach it to, right? What am I going to do with this P, right? And what I've seen in one program, and this might sound a bit weird to you, you might not do this at all, I hope you don't do this, right? Is that the author of the program has taken the sequence P and B, and because B is what you can hear there, they've gone, well, that's a possible spelling for the sound B. So now PB, we can put that into the cloud of the sound B. My response is, dude, it's literally cup and board, right? Cup and board as inside board. They're two words. It's a compound word. It's not, right, that this miraculously somehow has to be learned as a spelling for the sound, but that is bonkers. That is a crazy, crazy, crazy thing to do. And you might think, oh, I don't do that. Or, I don't teach stuff like that. Well, actually, every time you claim that there's a complex code, that's basically what you're doing, right? If you claim transparency, if you say this is a complex code and there are these many graphemes, yep, and it's all just a code, if you claim transparency, then what you have is a hammer approach. If you're saying that English orthography is just this, then you have a hammer and everything looks like a nail. You have to explain all letter sequences as graphemes to phonemes. And that's not true.